Hello, everyone. It is time. It is time to finally reveal this giant monstrosity. Giant Metal Sonic versus Sonic. I think this is the biggest thing JAKKS Pacific has ever created for Sonic. And let me tell you, he is massive. I mean, this box doesn't even fit on the screen. Can't even see the top part. This thing is so big. This is a really massive Metal Sonic. It is super cool. Classic Metal Sonic to be exact. So to get this over with, hello everyone. My name is T Dragudo. You can call me T. Welcome to the Figureverse Central. We cover figures with figure news, figure reviews, and posing. Today we will be going over this massive Metal Sonic. And even though you can't see it, at the top of the box it says 20 inches, 51 centimeters. This thing is going to be towering over most of my Sonic collection. Like crazy. It's like the arms move, but it says nothing about the legs. So I'm thinking about the legs are mostly stationary, but the arms seem to move a little bit. The eyes glow. Just by testing out, if you press his forehead, he's gonna make that jet engine sound. I remember teaser images of this thing, and it was saying it was gonna be around $90. I was getting scared, but this turned out to be, at Target, $70. Still a pretty hefty price, but that is a big figure. It's a really big figure, so $70, I'm gonna say it's better than 90. 35th anniversary. Oh, let me turn around here. Oh boy, this thing is so big. How am I gonna get to show the box? How am I gonna show the box? Hang on. We're just gonna go up like that. And for the back. Here we go, we got 10 plus sounds. And apparently Eggman is at the top of this Metal Sonic. I don't know for sure, but I think this Metal Sonic, this giant Metal Sonic is based off Sonic Superstars, I think? So I think there's a boss fight in Sonic Superstars where you fight a giant robot and Eggman's on top of it. I think that's what this is based off on. Somebody can correct me in the comments. So apparently if you bop his head 3 times, it's supposed to release Eggman and his little Egg-O-Matic. And there are other figures below, like Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, that you can get sold separately, obviously. But he does come with a little Sonic. And this Sonic apparently comes with a frowning face. But I did notice this when I looked at it. Besides this, another menacing image of classic Metal Sonic here. I like these images here. I really do. Looks like you're gonna get some pretty good joint work. Looking at right here, this shows me this is gonna bend pretty well. And this cut right here, and they could hide a swivel in that. So the legs, I think those are stable. I don't think you're gonna get much movement here so far. But the detail looks nice. Looks pretty good for the classic look of Metal Sonic. Accurate enough. Ooh. Okay, so what I did notice about this Metal Sonic, well, Eggman's Egg-O-Matic specifically. The Egg-O-Matic, it seems like in the promo picture, on the side right here, this is blue. That's yellow. So that's one different thing I don't quite understand why that is. And even though it says this giant Metal Sonic is supposed to come with a minifigure of Sonic, of frowning, kind of with his crossed arms, not crossed arm, but arms to his sides right here. This Sonic, looking at it, has the smiling. He's smiling here. This is a frowning Sonic. This is a smiling Sonic. So I don't know. They probably put the wrong Sonic in this package. This was the only Metal Sonic at Target at the time, so couldn't really switch it out for anything. But I think all of them are going to look like that. I mean, I didn't need a frowning Sonic. I like how the different minifigures had different expressions for Sonic. It would be nice to have maybe like a little frown Sonic, but I can just rub off the paint on his mouth and just put the frown myself. It's not a big deal. Why did that fall? But yeah, if you pick this figure up for yourself, $70 at Target. At least that's what I've seen it. I don't know if Walmart's going to carry these. I just know Target is going to start carrying these. If you pick up this Giant Metal Sonic yourself, tell me if you have your Sonic minifigure and does he have a frown or does he have a smile? Is this like an oopsie on their part for the one I just have, or is this for every single model released? Further ado, let's open them up. You already saw the box. Let's get into it. One cut at a time. This thing is so big. How am I going to unbox this on camera? I don't think my desk has enough space for this. So much maneuvering. So I got the instructions right here. Pretty simple. There's Metal Sonic, just put the arms and legs on him, as his torso is just sitting in the middle. Well, we're gonna need some batteries. 3 AAA. I got plenty of batteries. Alright, this is how we put the limbs on. Right. See right here. Here looks like you'll be able to move the arms freely around here. Legs most likely going to be stationary and positioned in these pegs there. Lights and sound, and I wonder if the head moves. I don't know. I'm curious if the head moves. Simple setup. Put Eggman on top, pop him out by punching Metal Sonic in the forehead. Pretty sure my college-educated brain can put together this Metal Sonic easily. Probably open these sides first. You should have the limbs right, left and right. I'll take this out of the main box first. Big old box. This is impossible to do this on a desk. I'm gonna take this out off camera. I got the main part out. Gotta say, I don't know what they were doing at JAKKS Pacific, but these boxes smell like pizza. They were having a pizza party when making this. Pretty complex box. Not letting me open up the things I need to open. So much tape everywhere. I see the parts up here. It's up here. But how do I get it open? Just keep cutting. Just gonna keep cutting. Cut here. Cut here, maybe. There we go. Feet. This is a baby shoe. Look how big that foot is. This is our left foot. Should keep it on that side. Left arm. Left lower arm. More feet. Getting there. Just need to take off more tape. There we go. Second one up here. There are so many things to cut with this. Of course, it's a big figure. They want to make sure these things are packaged well and safely. I think I got everything now. I think. Actually, the bottom. The bottom probably is still tied. Hold on. Down here. Down there. And there's probably some at the bottom. Yep. Yeah, that's what's going around his neck. They were choking out my boy. Did this come out? I don't know if this comes out. And he rise. Rise! Rise! Oh, really? Really? All this plastic. Goodness.
Guys, look at me, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I can run fast. Look at me go.
So this hedgehog here looks pretty basic. Got the basic standard joints, nothing really elbows, but you just got ball joints around the arms, moves up, move down, moves all around. 360 head, very simple. Again, a smile. Not a frown like it has in the box, so a little bit of false advertising. But it doesn't really matter to me. I still think they should probably fix it though. If he's supposed to come with a frown. Legs move, front, back. All joints, simple ball pegs in there. You see the pose I'm trying to get? Yeah. Yep, I guess your standard classic Sonic 2.5 inch. Finally. Rise! After all that padding, too. It's a resolution, I mean revolution. I think it'll be easier if I show you now. Ouch. The sound of that pop. Interesting. Interesting movement there. I don't understand it, but it sounds like that you can move this side to side a bit. You can move this up like that. Move it back down. So that's gonna work for the arms. The shoulder pad is like free range, so that's really good. And this head right here is the easiest way you're gonna see him. I don't think you can move the head unless it's really stiff. I don't think the head moves. Even though I see a joint. I see a joint in there. I don't think the head moves. So far, this looks sick. Everything is painted correctly. Of course, you know, you can have more details of like dirtiness of the jet and exhaust and more heat and friction and ash going on in here. But that's not too much of a problem. I see a button back here, actually. Or maybe that's not a button, I don't know. This part just freely spins. I thought it was a button. It feels like a button, but it's not doing anything. Maybe it just freely spins. Okay. Cool. And in the back of the head, this is where all the sounds are going to come out of, in the back. This is where you put your batteries. There's probably already batteries in there. This is on Try Me mode. We'll test out that Try Me sound and lights function later. Also notice there's a button back here. This button right here. There's a button here. I don't know what that does. May need to go back to the instructions for that.
Thank you for making it this far in the video. Please like and subscribe for more figure reviews.
Noticeable seam lines going through the face and the head and the back fins of his aerodynamic head. little spice going through his head. These spin things. A little bit of a seam line, but I think that's because of the whole sound and light effect. But it still looks pretty good. High five. This is a lot harder to do on camera. Sonic operating at 25%. Just one more last fist bump. 50% operational. There's no jet engine detailing on his feet, but he does have these foam pads. I guess these are just to help make Metal Sonic stand easier, stand straight. Push it down, push down. There we go, that's right. Come on now. Oh boy. You got a little bit of swivel movement there. Tiny, but not much. A little bit of swivel. Oh boy. There we go. We got it. This is the official Giant Metal Sonic put together piece by piece. And he is still towering over my own setup. How am I gonna do this? He's so big. There we go, full view. This is the best I can get it in. So we have Giant Metal Sonic. Here is tiny little classic Sonic. Just put that right next to him. We're gonna see right next to him. Keep sliding off. Right there. Right there. Alright. As you can see, the size comparison is incredibly insane. Sonic is literally the size of Metal Sonic's thumb, with little Eggman on top controlling him in his Eggomatic. Here is a Jobswares Metal Sonic that I had for years. Just looking at that thing, and then putting this next to it. Dude, here's the JAKKS specific 4-inch Metal Sonic. Again, complete dwarfed. There's a classic Eggman that is relatively the same size as the Eggman that is in the machine right now. Yeah, pretty much. The same size Eggman in there. Even though it only shows half his body inside. Pretty much the same size molding. And his little thing on the Marvelous Queen. You think since they made a figure this size, you think they'll make the Sonic Superstars boss fight, that Fang with the giant mech he had at the end? Spoilers if you haven't played the game yet. But that's on you for watching this video, considering how old that game is. Yeah, Fang gets a giant mech robot to fight against Sonic and also in Trip's story. Put him right in the middle. And to put this more into perspective, here is the Death Egg robot. I'll just move these to the side. Yeah, there's the Death Egg robot. A giant Death Egg robot, JAKKS specific, compared to this giant Metal Sonic. Absolutely dwarfed. They were not lying about that full 20 inches. Full 20 inches. Okay, right here, right at Eggman's hand. They were not lying. And with the back fin kind of up here, going up to a bit of a 21. Now we got the gist of that sheer size comparison. Let's go over a bit of articulation. Go with the pluses, go with the minuses, the absolute glaring minuses. And that's going to be the knees and ankles. Despite this figure being really big, there still is no knee joints or joints at the ankles to pivot the legs at all. So I feel like they still could have did that. At least they could have bent the knees. There could have been a joint there. Could have made it super big. It could have worked. But they decided not to do that. So I'm going to take off points for that. As of a giant figure. But still, the size is definitely holding up here. You'll see in the back. Oh wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Am I a liar? Am I a liar? Oh wait, I'm kind of stupid. I do see knee joints. Hold on. Forget what I said earlier. Forget what I said. Hold on. I said at least at the knee. Okay, I'm stupid. I'm sorry, everyone. There is knee joints. There is knee joints. Okay. This is hard to do. Open this desk. He's heavy. There is indeed knee joints. Let me display that right now. There is knee joints. He is gonna do that flying pose. There is knee joints. Okay. And like I said, this is heavy, so it's hard to do in one hand. Oh boy. A little bit of twist. A little bit of pivot there. Not much. But, alright. And bend those knees. Okay. And with the arms. Bend these arms about 90 here. Seems like that you can twist them. I don't want to break it. Looks like I can twist it about that much going out. It seems like that they want to be straightforward. But it does seem like you can get a pretty nifty bend if you pull it sideways, and then you can get like a complete 90-degree angle here. And as for the hands, for this fist, you can move forward a little bit. You can move back, or that much. Simple peg joint. Swirl it around. Same with this open hand. The fingers do not move, they are in a fixed state. Same with this side, the fingers do not move, they're just plastic cone points. And with this side, you bend it forward a little bit, you bend it back just a little bit, like that. So for a figure this size, pretty okay articulation. Although it doesn't seem like I'm able to move the head, but let me try again just to make sure. Let me show the arms off real quick, okay? Put that arm all the way up, put it down, up, down. Not sure if I'm supposed to do that. You can just kind of hold it up there. You know, they kind of slump down a little bit. Every time I hear that joint, I don't know if I'm supposed to move it, but maybe I can. I don't know. It sounds like I'm breaking it, but maybe I'm not. That's just how it sounds. Hope everything's fine. Let's see. Can I move the head at all? No. I don't think we're gonna get any head movement. No up, no down. I mean, if you move his knees, he's not gonna hold there. About that. But yeah, no head movement. Okay, no head movement, but apparently there's a joint moving. I think at the waist. So right here, I think. So hold this. So you move him side to side. He will move his arms to look like he's walking. Okay. With that twist at the waist, you can get him in a slightly more dynamic pose. At least in this almost forward walking pose you can get him in. He's about to attack, so that's pretty neat. So he does have a bit of poseability to go around for such a massive figure. Of course, if you want to mount him somewhere, I guess in your house, somewhere, you could get him into sort of a flying pose. Something like that. Oh boy. Again, really heavy. Which is a good thing, considering heavy things usually mean they last longer, typically. Built with better stuff. So with a pretty much free range movement at the arms, just spin those all the way around, you can move the arms up and down and spread them out with elbow joints and wrist joints and knee joints. A little bit of twist at the waist, no head movement, but twist at the waist. Articulation is, for a figure this size, is pretty good. Like, I want to get it some slack because it's such a big figure. I would say articulation is like a 5, but because this figure is big, I'm going to give it more like a 7.5 for articulation. And I believe this thing is still on try me modes, so if I punch Metal Sonic 3 times in the forehead, I'm assuming this Eggman thing should pop up. I don't think it pops out, just pops up. Like one of the heads in that Punch Fighter board game. So, 1. Or just 1. Okay, it just happens once. I would have more. Okay, so just go back in. Okay, so it's just on the third one. So 1, 2, and 3. 3, Eggman pops up. Let's see. In the back, that's still on try me mode, so let's turn it on all the way. Let's see what sounds that we get when turning it on. It might make the same jet engine sound. So let's see. Okay, that was a completely different sound. That was an impact sound. Okay, so it's all impact now. So let's just grab our little Sonic right here. Actually, you know what? I got something better. Hold on. Okay, Ball Sonic. So Ball Sonic's just gonna spin right into the dome of Metal Sonic. And okay, that didn't make any sound. That was anticlimactic. Okay, I wanted sound. Alright, so if you install him back into Metal Sonic's head, he makes that steam sound. Are the eyes glowing? I can't tell. Let me turn off the lights. Yes, the eyes are glowing. They look pretty cool. Pretty illuminated. Alright, I think the illumination turned off just now. Let's see, hold on. 1, 2, and 3. So on the third hit, you get a big explosion sound effect. Okay, is that a step? I think when you switch them side to side. So I guess these are stomping sound effects. So if you move them side to side, Okay, he's got stomping sound effect. So stepping forward. Okay, now it doesn't want to do it. So okay, this side doesn't even want to do it. Alright, that's neat. Does he make sound at the ears? It was worth a shot. Now for the back, the button here. I think the jet engine is just printed on. I don't think there's any lights that are going to go in here. This still is not a button, this just spins. So, I guess let's press this button and see what sounds we get here. Okay, I guess that was Metal Sonic's purple pyramid of protection. And this does not light up, so none. This is just printed markings of the jet engine. Nothing lights up and the engine. So let's see. So I guess that's just the same sound it's going to make. Yeah, maybe it's making the eyes glow. Maybe by pressing the button, I'm going to turn on the lights again, and maybe pressing the button makes the eyes glow. Okay, testing button in the back of the head. Okay, it does activate the eyes. That's the sound of the eyes pinging. Does it do anything else? Any other colored things? Just activates the eyes. Seems like the eyes stay on for a solid 30 seconds. Seems like they're still glowing now, actually. Maybe longer than 30 seconds, okay. Yeah, and I think that's everything for this Metal Sonic figure. Articulation for its size is pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, I'll give you an 8. Jeez, Metal Sonic, jeez. I didn't know he did that by himself. I'll give you an 8 for your articulation. Don't need to get mad at me. But yeah, articulation's pretty good. Very massive figure. And he has sound effects, obviously. Even some that he does himself. But sound effects from here. Well, I did it too fast. But yeah, there's that, and then when you put it back in, it installs into his forehead. You got the side to side. Stomping sound. Okay. And then you got this button in the back of his head. Supposed to glimmer the eyes. Glimmer and shimmer. Does the Tri-B button sound different from this? Sounds like the Tri-B button is the same sound that it makes for the eyes. Actually, no. The Tri-B button makes a different sound from the other sounds that it already makes, including the eyes. If you don't want any of these sounds from Metal Sonic to wake you up in the middle of the night and scare you, there is an off button. Located in the back of his head, like right here. It's in the middle, so you gotta have just finesse it in the middle. Middle part is off. Shouldn't be making any sound whatsoever. Right. Save on your battery. No more sound. And that will be it for this review on this giant Metal Sonic. Overall, I am excited. I love this. It's pretty much a life-size Metal Sonic. Classic Metal Sonic to be exact. He's very big, very awesome. The biggest toy I think JAKKS has made through anything that they licensed. So that's super cool. And I'm thinking they might if this is inspired by Sonic Superstars, then they might make the Fang the Sniper, Fang the Hunter mech. They might make that as well. So I would love more mechs to be this size as well, if possible. Of course, yes, it is $70, so it is expensive to make, expensive to buy. But the overall aesthetic is really cool, and the articulation is pretty good. I think it's worth the $70. Plus, it has lights and sound too. But what do you all think? Tell me in the comments below. Will you be picking up this 20-inch Metal Sonic figure? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you wish it was bigger? Don't know how you would fit it through the door at that point, but do you wish that it was a little bit smaller and sacrifice of the height for maybe just a bit more articulation? Tell me in the comments below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell to be notified of my next figure reviews or figure news that I make. I like Dragon Ball, I like FNAF, I like Sonic, I like Mario. I got a bunch of those to review, so more stuff on that. I also got some news about new Legend of Zelda figures that are being licensed by Hasbro. Not JAKKS specific this time. Weird. But yeah, Hasbro's gonna make Legend of Zelda figures. You hear about that? Crazy. And if you really like me and the content that I make here on this channel, please click that like button. Like, but not the hype button, the hype button. The hype button allows my videos to be pushed through YouTube's horrendous algorithm. So please, if you would ever so kindly click that hype button along with the like button as well. That's going to tell YouTube to people want to see this and see more of my content, see more of me. And I will provide you more figure news and reviews. I'll end it there. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Bye everyone. Keep collecting.